Welcome back to all returning, and hello to those who are new. Join me as the stories are about to begin. This one is called A Night to Remember. I was new to the club scene, as I had just left a very bad relationship. She was not the nice and sweet woman I dated. Oh no. When we became engaged, things went bad, and she took a completely different turn. She became more controlling, not letting me have any free time to myself. She would call me on the phone at work, yell if I were late coming home, and make my time off work even more stressful. I began to look forward to my job, to relax in my work. After months of ignoring these signs and trying to make it work, I simply had enough. So I left, even moving far away from that quiet town. This was the first time I was in a large city, having found a new job and a place to stay. I decided to push my luck and check out the bar near my apartment. It was a quiet place, people dancing on the floor and others drinking at the bar. I found me a nice, quiet corner with a table and chair. As I sat there and listened to the country music playing, I had a beer and was minding my own business, relaxed and not looking for anyone, enjoying my freedom at long last. She caught my eye in her red dress, sitting alone at the bar. Her drink was also red, no doubt some cranberry fruity drink. I tried not to look at her, but found myself doing just that. She was drinking her drink and looked a little sad. Her long hair draped over her shoulder in a nice and modest perm. She wore red lipstick and her makeup was well done. She had a nice figure in her dress, and I felt the urge to go and speak to her. She caught me looking and gave me the slightest smile. The look on her face was inviting, and I found myself walking toward her. I introduced myself and asked her if she would like to dance. Her voice was nice, maybe a little rough, but I truly enjoyed listening to her talk. After we danced, we went back to my table and drank a little more. She asked me if I would drink the exotic drink that she had, as she offered me some of hers to taste. I wanted to trust her and show her that I did. So I took a few sips. It had a metallic taste, although mostly covered up with some cranberry and vodka. The night was getting late, so we decided it was best to leave. She explained how she too was in a very bad relationship and was hoping to find a better one. I wanted to tell her I was not interested, but I felt myself agreeing and walking with her. She reached for my hand and wanted to see where I lived, so I took her to the apartment. This was very convenient and moving way too fast for my comfort. But how could I say no to the beautiful woman standing in front of me? It was like I was enchanted by her. Even then I knew it would not end well. Words were not spoken as we went inside. Our mouths hungered for each other. She playfully nibbled at my neck as we made our way back to my room. It seemed an eternity passed in our lovemaking. But all good things must come to an end. I excused myself going to the bathroom. In part, I knew I had to clear my head. This was going way too fast for me, and I don't think I was ready for what was happening. So what did happen? I thought to myself. I just met her tonight, but I feel like I never want to leave her side. What was in that drink of hers? Have I been lonelier than I thought I was? Shaking my head, I looked into the mirror. I was surprised by what I saw. My neck was bleeding. There was a small mark upon the neck, dark and already bruising. I thought it was a hickey or a love bite, but she actually bit me. My mind was clear now. I stormed into the room demanding an answer. The sight I saw on the bed was both beautiful and frightening. The woman was still not dressed, but that was not what stopped me in my tracks. Her eyes were black. No pupils, just black. Wait, were those lights inside the eyes? Two glowing objects? I wanted to scream at her and demand an answer. But when I saw that face, my heart just would not let me do it. She explained that she was one of the undead, a creature that drinks blood to survive, as she has for many years. She glided toward me, like hovering on a cloud, with a voice deadly and beautiful. She told me what she saw. A man alone for the first time, just like her. Someone handsome who she would enjoy being with. In my heart, I know I belong to her now, and I would bow to whatever she willed me to do. She explained that the drink had her blood in it. That would explain the metallic taste. This in turn made me her devoted servant. But being a donor has its advantages. My strength, endurance, and livelihood would be far greater. At 60 years old, I would look 20 years younger. I would be her partner, keeping her safe from those that meant her harm. So my new life began. A vampire donor. She was mine, I was hers. For as long as I live, until the day comes, she grew tired of me. I can think of more disappointing ways to live and die than to be a slave to this beautiful and demonic beauty. This is a little poem I wrote called Never Again. How I love the sunrise shining brightly above, yet now despise what I once loved. I miss having meals with another. Now blood I steal, soon I discovered. I dwell in the dark, a tomb full of decay, waking to find my mark and stealing them away. No more bright sun or tasty food, for I become this pale ghoul. Blood's what I crave, cursed as a vampire, sleeping in my grave. True death is my only desire. This one is entitled Shadow on the Street. Dark streets where cutthroats hide in every shadow. A thief would rob you or end your life. Depends on your response. Only the brave and foolish enters this land that is just beyond the bright lights of the city. Few dare to take this shortcut, as many deaths happen here. It's called the Butcher's Lane. The victims here that die all face gruesome and horrible deaths. Heads end up missing, sometimes an arm or a leg, but always something. The victim is robbed and then slaughtered. The reason for this is quite simple. It disguises the fact that there is no blood left in the body. It also terrifies any who would snoop into my backyard. These streets are mine, my hunting grounds. I had defended this area for a very long time. I will continue to do so. Why would anyone venture into this macabre and murderous area? I suppose some like to challenge death, but most prefer a quick detour. On the other side of these streets is a nice community, a very prosperous one. It is one, if not the quickest way into the city if you drive an automobile. But if you decide to walk this way, well, I do thirst. And that thirst will drive me to do some horrible things. I remember this victim that was a young man. His car broke down and he did not have a phone on him. He lived close by, I assume. So he chanced the journey home on foot. Most of my kind prefer easier prey. Men often are looked upon as stronger, but that only makes a prize taste that much sweeter. The man was taller than I, his weight twice mine. He whistled as he walked, a facade to hide his fear. But that fear drove me more. It smelled like a sweet fragrance floating on a cool autumn day. It beckoned me, calling to me to attack and end it quickly, to taste this fool and lap up his vitality. But the joy of the hunt requires a little more patience. It creates more fear when they realize there is no escape. I watched him perfectly. A hunter's perfect night vision. At times his facade would slip, showing his true fear. A trash can being kicked over, banging heard in the distance. Even the sound of a dog barking, all to just build up his fear. He stopped and yelled, challenging whoever it was to stop with the games. His pace quickened, as did his perspiration. He knew he was being watched, and it showed. A blade appeared in his left hand, shiny, but completely useless. Few things can harm my kin, for we are already dead. My footsteps were silent, movements invisible, smile terrifying. I blended in the shadows, staying just out of his sight and his other senses. I do not perspire, so no odor sweat would betray my hiding spot. I was close now. I could grab him at any moment. I whistled, a sharp and high noise breaking the night's silence. He held his blade out before him. Large and muscular arms were quivering. I appeared from the shadows, my short height giving him false courage. He ran toward me, knife ready to slice my arms. The blade cut deep, yet no blood came out. I have not fed yet. I have no blood to lose. His right fist hit me dead in my face as I stood there, unmoving. He cursed as he looked upon my face, probably for the very first time. I only smiled, exposing those sharp and deadly fangs. My hands ended in long, dangerous claws. My eyes were black, soulless, and empty. I grabbed his blade in a burst of speed, snapping it like a twig. His pulse quickened, and he realized I was not human. I told him to run. I always enjoy a good chase before dinner. He turned and ran, as I watched him panic even more. He never looked back, praying to some God for mercy. But I am the God here, and I have no mercy. Only my thirst. My kind does not obey the physics of this world. We move like wind, so fast it's a blur to humans. I strolled out of the alley just ahead of him. My teeth glistened in the moonlight. He stumbled and fell backwards, surprised I got ahead of him. Like a wild animal, I was upon him. Before he could think of standing up. For a human, his strength was impressive. But it paled to the demon that he fought against. 2 centuries. It is amazing how strong I have become. I struck him, knocking him out, and I would make sure he never awoke again. The next day, a police car found his body. The man was on a random patrol. And soon my streets were covered in the filth of humanity. The body was free of blood. It was missing a head as well. I drank his essence, his blood the night before. I watched them from my home, an abandoned building, a haunted building where no one would dare enter. The wretched sun would soon be upon this world. So now I must rest. Do come visit me. Bring guns or knives, crosses, silver bullets, even stakes. I welcome a challenge, but you cannot kill what is already dead.